Hello. How are you? Hey, Bear. All right. The air conditioner part's temporary. Yep. My son has absolutely signed everything in here. For this to be basking in the sun all day, just the insulation. I ain't even got all this insulation installed yet. Get off of it. Get off of it. Your claws are sharp. Yeah, all this insulation ain't even installed yet, dude. And just having it stood up against the wall, and there's nothing on the ceiling yet. I don't even want to begin on the ceiling just yet. I'm already going through enough problems with the walls. If you use a used container and they got dents in them, yeah, it's gonna suck. But it's working. So right now, man, it's not hot in here. This was sealed up all day. Sun is still on it right now, so not bad. There's the door. I got a piece of insulation sticking up over that window. It's just one of those cheap pieces. So I got this little air conditioner while I work on it. But yeah, that was a freebie window there. I had that. It was leaned up ironically against this. Let me turn the light off. Yep. Check her out. The big old window too. It barely fits this, like I'm talking, it's window, door. There she is, all insulated up. So I started here. All these are mounted. They're not sealed. Like I said, I gotta go back in with some spray foam in between the gaps. I want everything to be able to move and breathe. What's up, 3 a.m.? Coolio. It's actually, I just opened the container, dude, and it's not hot in here. It's like there's a little bit of heat, but it's not stuffy heat like a normal container would be. The sun's still kind of on it right now, so it's been in here. I mean, it's been basking in the sun all day. It's been clear here. But I still like the ceiling to do, and it's already hell on the walls, man, because I'm having to, each one of these I do, I'm having to beat all the dents out of the wall with a sledgehammer, and then I can get it up there to it. And what I'm doing, the way I'm doing it, I mean, everybody's got a million different ways they do it. So those washers with a screw, that's going to fasten it. I use it's wood to metal screws, which hell I can show you right here. It's these bad boys right here. Give me 1 second, I'm getting right here. Yeah, wood to metal. It works really well too, especially for these containers. But so the floor, if you notice, I've noticed a lot of people, man, when they do the floors, they run this subfloor, they do all this extra shit, that's it just breaks apart the insulation. This is all butted up. This stuff is so dense you can walk on it. And once you put your subflooring down and you get your floor on whatever type you got on top, it's absolutely stout, dude. You could drive a truck in here and this will never depress if you put a piece of plywood on top. But just walking on top of it, it handles that no problem. Now, if you let a dog come in here with some sharp claws, yeah, now if they stand wrong, they'll start poking holes in it. But that's it. I mean, they're not going to fall through it or nothing. It's that dense, though. But yeah, what I do, I run a piece of 2x4 right in here and right in here. And that's what I fasten this to. you know, to the wall with. And then when I go to put up my wall paneling, again, I got a used container. Even set level, man, it's still off, you know? So if you're going to be, you know, building this, if you want the easier option, get a new container, but I've already had this container, so it's just what I have and what I got, so I'm using it. But if you notice, you can see it right here. Look at that roof. See how it's all kind of wavy like and whatnot? This container definitely went through some shit before it got tired. And the walls are about like the ceiling. So I'm having to work around that too. So nothing's going to be, I'm not expecting everything to line up perfectly. It's just going to work the way it is. Like for instance, just trying to get this shit to work. Look at this gap. It's killing my OCD. It really is, you know, because I'm taking all the measurements and everything's level, but it's just, you know, how used the container is. So I'm going to take all these gaps. I'm gonna fill them with spray foam. I'm going to seal them with spray foam. And once all that's done, once all these walls are in, I get my wall panels on, and of course the ceiling in. So if you notice, this is the high cube. There's going to be a little bit of space up here. Containers went skyrocket high. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. They used to be dirt cheap, man. When I got this one, it was dirt ass cheap. I used to store motors in this thing. I had nothing but engines set back here, you know? Some engines and some other little shit, you know? Tires. Yeah, just stuff along those lines. Now they're so freaking high, man. But again, I got this one back when they were cheap. I wish I would have bought one of them fairly new ones when it was cheap. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. But, yeah, if you look right here. Oh, let me see if I can angle it up. See how dented up those walls are? So that's what I'm having to deal with. I'm on a gimbal, by the way. Let's see. Where was that? Oh yeah, so I'm trying to figure out two different things I want to do. So before I put the roof up, before I put the foam in the roof, I'm kind of curious, because if you look here, let me point it up. See that little bit of gap up there? If I put an foam board up top, and leave about that much gap, I could probably run my water, you know, my water lines, my stuff like that, but I don't want to run it external with the foam. That's the thing, though. But if I go ahead and put it flush to the ceiling, which is going to be challenging because the ceiling is, you know, wavy. If I go ahead and do that and fill in all these gaps, of course, you know, make it all smooth like it's supposed to be, you know, like it, you know, normally would. I kind of like the industrial look of it, you know, doing like, for instance, brushed bronze type conduit, you know, and running my electrics, my water, and all that shit through that, you know, and just have it exposed, but like, you know, up high, you know, make it look, have like the, what you call the explosion proof lights and shit like that on it, you know, the gas lights as they call them. I heard there were tens of thousands of them. West Coast ready to sell. So I wish I could find a good connection to buy a couple more. Yeah, dude. Oh, there's so many freaking container sellers around here. There used to be just one way back. And I mean, like I said, the guy is still around. Like I said, he was just one. And now there's so many freaking, the market's so saturated with people selling containers. You know, and everybody's driving the price up to the roof. Which they're the ones driving the price up at the darn rail yards and shit. Because I know where a lot of them get them is right across the river over here. Down there in West Memphis, Arkansas. There's a lot of them that buy them from there. And they have absolutely drove the prices up through the roof. Let me turn this light off. But it sucks. A bit of a sunset. That's where the storm cellar's going, right there. See that grass kind of growed up right there? It's on top of that mound. That's a storm cellar. I gotta finish that. But money's getting tight with this damn thing. I swear this fence is held together with paint. It's been here for a long time, and I absolutely hate it. I've dreamt of taking the tractor and just plowing through this damn thing and knocking it all down. Might happen on stream, who knows? Anyhow, there used to be a tree standing there, but they ended up cutting that one down. They did. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in Wichita, Kansas, and we don't have many sellers. Beautiful place. I appreciate that, Donnie. I hear a plane flying. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we always get near misses with tornadoes, man. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be one bad day. It's gonna come through and get us. So I got me a storm cellar getting buried. As soon as I am able to get the cellar part done, we'll get it in the ground. I'm gonna have it to where it faces towards the storm. It's gonna have a bulletproof Lexan. Oh, that is a window. That way we can kind of see what's coming at us. But what sucks are all the nocturnal tornadoes, man. That's the scariest shit. Is that? Hey, buddy. Yeah, we had several close calls. We had a monster ass tornado, the one that tore up Kentucky and Arkansas and all that. Dude, that was heading right at us. It literally shot north last second. It was such a close call. So after that, I said, yeah, no more. Finally got this thing dialed in. My problem was, see, you notice how level it is now? The wheel is. Well, I'm just going to have to run lighter props. These props are just too heavy. I tried to get away with like tensioning the absolute shit out of it. I was bending shit the whole nine, trying to make it work. And it kept popping off. But yeah, I lightened the tension. It'll run a lot smoother now, and it'll run reliably now. So sucks, but I just gotta figure something else out. I'd like to run these. I like how creepy they look, but it's just not gonna work. Now let's see. We used to get a shitload of tornadoes. They shifted to the east last few years. Yeah, they did. Yeah, we're the ones getting them now. I can't tell you. That's like Covington. Covington, Tennessee got tore up something fierce. What, 2 years? Well, yeah, 2 years back now. You can still see the damage every time you drive through there. You can still see it. They just, I think after all this time, they just, like, they're getting close to finishing the school that it tore up. Yep. It's such a beautiful evening. I like this gimbal. This thing's pretty cool. I'm gonna take a seat. Just relax for a minute. What's up, Pierre? What are you doing, huh? Oh, I see it. W. What? Oh, here comes Jealous Butt. Here she is. Hey, Lilo. What y'all doing, huh? What y'all getting into, huh? Lilo taking all the attention, huh? Can't have that, can we? We can't have that, can we? No, ma'am, we can't have that at all. What's up, Lilo? What you doing, huh? What you getting into? Anyhow, where y'all going, huh? But yeah, just better to be prepared. But them containers, man, yeah, that's ridiculous. And I'd like to get 2 more containers because the plan for that is, so once we finish that first level out, we're going to take and put a 20-footer on top. I'm going to run a staircase up to it. And in that staircase below, it's going to be closets, drawers, the whole nine. You know, I'm going to make a big storage thing out of it, you know, instead of just stairs going up. She had to go across the road to scratch her back. Anyhow, and then beside it, this is something I hadn't seen done, and I wanna do it. I'm gonna take an old 40-footer, probably rougher than that one, just a cheap one. You know, it ain't got to be perfect as long as it ain't just rusted through. That's all that matters. But it could be pretty beat up. I'm gonna stand it up on its end, and at the very top is I'm gonna mount it beside the 40-footer and the 20-footer. You know, to give it 2 connections that it can you know, be stabilized on. Anyhow, I'm gonna weld a staircase all the way up and make a lookout at the top, and we'll be 40 foot up roughly. You can look around. It'd be cool as hell. If anything, what I might do once I get it up to the top, I might actually build that out as a. See, this is shit I got in my head. I just got to get it out and get it, you know, built. It's just money, obviously, you know. Go figure. But I'd like to, you know, have a complete surround, you know, view, build that into an actual room, insulate it the whole nine, you know, run electric up there, and then that would be my office for streaming and whatnot, you know, like, cause you know, again, these streams, y'all see, are looking at it like 8 people on here. It's not doing nothing really, you know, but when we're in the machinery and we're streaming, it takes, okay, I've been out of it for a little while, probably about a week or so, you know, being out of the machines. Well, actually, it's been 2 weeks now because I wasn't able to stream where I was at because the signal was so bad, but below that hill. But, and it's ironic for Memphis because you would think in Memphis you'd have cell coverage pretty much everywhere, but no, there's dead spots. But anyhow, just sucks I couldn't stream that whole week. But hopefully we'll be back up and going, and it'll pick back up because we were averaging 100 to 200,000, you know, people watching per stream. That was nice. This contraption, it's a flying ghost setup. So that little wheelchair motor right there spins. I ain't got the cord out here. I ain't got the little, you know, motor, you know, the battery charger and all that out here. But you just hook that up, it runs, and it makes it's really cool. It like I said, I normally have 2 props on there, but I was having a lot of problems out of these because they're heavy, and I need really light ghost, you know, for it to work. And because the reason I kind of stepped it up, you know, made it a little bit, you know, stouter, I used 300-pound test line, and then I tensioned the absolute shit out of it, dude, trying to make these fly right. And the problem was I was throwing everything off and causing it to pop off. Because if you look, I got those pulleys right there. Unlike everybody else's where they got, you know, just a bicycle wheel and they just do a shit ton of finicky setup and it only runs for so long before it pops off of there. It's only good enough for a video. Last time I built this, last year I think it was, yeah, last year, it with these pulleys, you know, something similar to, now this is all new. I just redid all this, but because last year I used a wheelchair motor, but it didn't have a wheel on it. I didn't use this type of setup. I used I think I welded a nut together. What was it? A nut that fit the wheelchair hub and a nut that fit the, and I welded them together, and it wasn't perfect, but it worked. But this time I decided to mount that up with some L brackets and just have it contacting the wheel to turn it. And actually the gear reduction between the gear reduction into the wheel and then the wheel gear reduction, you know, compared to the wheel itself up there, you know, the bicycle wheel, actually it flies the Ghost about perfect, you know, speed wise with it running full tilt. Now I can slow with that battery charger. It's an old timey battery charger. I can go all the way down to 6 volts if I wanted to, but I'll run like 12 volts 2 amp and it'll fly really slow. But 12 volts 6 amps I believe is about right. That looks more, you know, ghost like flying across a graveyard, because we're putting headstones out all right through here and all that, so it'll look good when we're done. Right now it's just getting everything right, but I gotta take this one off, this prop here, and go from there. like I said, I'll probably do the whole classic, the white, ghost, super light, just foam. Which I thought this was light, man. That's a foam head in there. Them foam heads you can get from like a Hobby Lobby or something like that. That's got a foam head in it. And it's got like it's like pool noodles, but it's pipe insulation. That's what I got wrapped around that and going down for the arms to hold them out. And then this is a weed barrier in a garden. The black robe type deal. Anyhow, that's all it is. But it's too heavy. I gotta make a light one. It's gotta be so freaking light. I can't even use wire. It's just gotta be so fluffy. Because when it gets down there, like it's obviously don't look at here, but when it gets down there towards the middle, that's when you see the real sag. That's when you realize, hey, it's too heavy. But it'll run reliable now after I got all the tension off of it. Just got to get a lighter prop. That's all. Bird scare. It's for Halloween. That's all it's for. Yep, it's just for Halloween. After Halloween's over, all this shit gets taken out. Yep. But yeah, it flies down there. We're going to have something set up in front of these right here. That way it hides all this. And yeah, it's going to fly down there and come back. It's going to fly in front of some headstones. And I'm really wanting over here, right over that way, where the tree is, kind of in front of the bus and where the tree is. I want to suspend a screen. Now, I've already tested the screen out, and I got the settings right on the projector. So it looks like there's just a free-flying ghost, and it's a black screen. So everybody else, they use those white, you can see them. You can see the screen clear as day. It's obvious when people stick them out in their yard. I saw one where they had an arch, and it was a screen for a projector, and it's just so obvious. Yeah, you can see the screen at night, and I just don't like that. So this one actually blends in, obviously, with the night because it's a black screen, and when you project onto it, it really looks good. When I get it all set up again, I'll do a stream on that and show y'all. But it's really cool though. I love this damn gimbal. It's pretty cool. Yep. It's peaceful out here, ain't it? I built this out of 2x4s, just cheap. It ain't, nothing serious. I know a lot of people, they use all the, the 4x4s and shit, and that's great and all, but hell, all these 4x4s here will get reclaimed into the container. Once I'm done with them here, all this shit gets, unscrewed apart and reused elsewhere. Yep. I don't know. I kind of wanted to show the container, show you all the progress on it. Like I said, I got that window in, I got the door in. The only downside to the window is the flashing. So these windows you install that has that plastic, mount all the way around it. The problem I'm having out of that window, that plastic ridge that goes all the way around it, you screw it to the wall, is no good. It's set outside too long, and the plastic kind of deteriorated, and I gotta find the replacement for that. It's the type where you open it up and it clicks into place, and then that's what you screw to the wall. It's fine and dandy when it's new, it's not good whenever it sits outside and degrades. Even though the window's not wood or nothing, it didn't degrade at all. It's just that degraded, and because normally it's inside behind a wall, so it don't really see no sunlight. But yeah, sucks. But tisms what it tisms. I got it held in there, but it's not to where, like, I'm not gonna finish it out until I know it's all replaced and good. But once it is, though, shit, it'll be right. Like, I got the container level, and there's one thing that does bug me, and the only thing that I found that it's just how the container has kind of buckled a little bit. It didn't buckle. It's more like they build them things so fast. See, each container is a little different, you know. They're not all the exact same on the inside, at least. And it really depends on dents and how it's been treated throughout its life, too. The top half, when I took the measurements, up top, it's a little narrower than the bottom. And that shows up bigger than shit when I put the window and the door in. Because if you notice, in between where the window and door is, it goes into a, like, it's not like a full-on wedge, but you can tell. You can tell, and it's absolutely killing my OCD. They are both level. The door is level, and the window is level. I don't know. That's just how it is. It's a lot narrower at the top. Again, I don't know. Something's off kilter somewhere, but they are both level. But I stuck the level on both of them, and yeah, they're sitting right on the dot. They're perfect. But for whatever the hell reason, there's a wedge. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. But yeah, this thing is seriously cool. And then if you hit this button, not this button, there it is. So you can do that, and then you can do that. Cool. And I got a charger in it too. That's what we use to take pictures, family pictures. And it worked. Donnie Porter. Yeah, we've had some close calls though. We had a tornado come up. Let's see, right back behind that a little ways. It came in between me and my neighbors. And my neighbor, he caught it on his security camera. And it was a decent sized one. It was probably about, I don't know. Well, I mean by decent size, decent for whenever it gets up this way, you know. Probably about a EF, I want to say around 2-ish to 3-ish size. I want to say about EF3 size. And I go by size. It knocked trees down, killed some cows the whole night. It didn't hit a house, luckily. It got the backside of my shop, but, you know, the wind did. The shear. But, yeah. It come right up behind this substation here. And I remember we was having to, you know, clean up all the trees and, you know, retrieve all the dead cows. That was pretty rough for my neighbor. But, yeah. But then I found out my other neighbor, he caught it on his security camera. It was a decent sized one. Just dropped, and there it was. It run for a little bit, and it popped back up before it hit that neighborhood over there. So they got lucky. But, yep. It is a bit nice. I am actually enjoying this time off, you know. I know we're about to have a baby and all that, but, you know, it is kind of nice. At least my boss is flexible like that, you know. Shit, we worked for so long, man. I took that little vacation. That was the first one I took in, 3 years. And this is technically, I guess, another one. So it's more of like, you know, your vacation, right? Constantly worrying. Yeah, my wife's trying everything she can to try to spit the baby out. She's walking and doing all these exercises, drinking pineapple juice. Evidently that's a thing. Yeah, trying everything. So we'll see. All I know is that any second we'll be running out to the hospital. Oh, I hear some dogs. What y'all getting into, huh? Huh? What is it? What is it? I hear you. I hear you. What y'all doing? Ooh, is that the spot? Ooh, is that the spot? Uh-oh. Off kilter. What's up, Lilo? Oh, you want that booty scratch? Uh-huh. I know you. I know you. And jealous butt. Uh-huh. Gotta come in here and push her out the way. Ah! Oh, they lazy girls. They lazy girls. Yeah. What is it? Huh? What is it? Oh. Oh, your breath stinks. Oh, it stinks. Hey, don't you trace that car. You know better. You know better. Ah. You know better than chase some cars. It's fussing at me. Like, come on, dude. Figure your shit out. There we go. It's because I have a charger connected. It hates that. Oh, looky here. The controls are ass backwards. So this changes. Alright, that locks it that way. This gives a little bit more sway. This is more fixed, I'm assuming. Okay, that locks it again. Yeah. So it's like a shot like that, right? Kind of walk around it, you know, it'll lock it on. That's cool. You do like this, you know, like wheelie. Oh, nope, it locked. Oh, there's little spider webs all in between this. That sucks. As you can see, I got this pulley. Now, I don't like this pulley. I prefer a smooth one like that one because I do have a lot of problems with this one. It's got too sharp of a ridge. And what happens, the string I got for my prop, which normally jumps over this, sometimes gets sucked up into this. I got it angled, but it's just too sketchy. It messes up a lot. So that's probably about the only other change I'd like to make is get a smooth pulley like that one that's got more of a taper, you know, off of right here. That way that don't happen. This one's just a little too rigid. See how, well, let me see if I can show you. Oh, I hear a little, man. See how straight it is? Straight up. Of course, it's got those ribs in there. They don't help. Yep, that's one thing I got to change. But other than that, though, she'll run reliably like she is now. If you notice, it's all set the way it needs to be. Like I said, you know, if you're doing a flying ghost contraption, definitely put that idler pulley there, because that's going to save you a whole lot of headache. If you just do the wheels, prepare yourself. If that shit ain't just absolutely perfect and you ain't got that thing dialed in, because you'd have to tilt this wheel down actually to be able to take it, because you got to remember that ghost is going to sag. It's going to sag that string a little bit, and if it's any kind of down here, you know, like if it gets on this ridge right here, pop right off. So yep, it'll run pretty reliable though. Now it will. We did a stream where I was working on it, had it running, and it gave me nothing but problems. But again, the amount of freaking tension I had on it, I'm talking, it was finger breaking just trying to set the string, you know, kind of tension. The string was so tight. When I take it off this wheel right here, it would settle out. See, let's see, hold it. See how far I swear this trigger's backwards. So right here, when you take the string off, when it gets loose, it's sitting right here. You got to pull it all the way from here, all the way to there. That's how much tension was on it. Anyhow, so yeah. And then what I do with this, so I use this board here, that pushes back on it. That keeps it tensioned down, and I can kind of adjust those two things to get this where it needs to be level, you know, and get the tension about right. Like I said, it's not extremely tensioned like it was. So now it'll run. So you can see how much wobble's in it. But man, yeah, this is gonna be too heavy. Yep, too heavy. The mask is super light, so I might still be able to do something with that. Because I just love these masks. They look good at night. When you put them under a black light, you know? And, or one of them, you know, Halloween type lights. But, oh well. See, look, this is the pulley. This was off of a lawnmower, I believe. You see, it's got more of a taper. So anytime, like I said, when the weight gets on here, it won't just wrap around, it'll jump over. Actually, I got to work on that a little bit more. So that's got to bend out. Well, you know what? If it wasn't broken, don't go fixing it. But, oh well. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. It was fun hanging out while it lasted. But I am out. Oh yeah. Shit, it's been a minute since I've been on the phone now.